Jake Tran claims that BlackRock is a business that has over $9 trillion in public financial assets, and that it is responsible for the management of $21 trillion with its artificial intelligence. A number of the most successful corporations on the planet, such as Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Tesla, JP Morgan, and Meta, are among the companies in which it holds a significant investment stake. For what reason did this company come into being, and how much of an impact do they actually have? The financial institution that has the most influence anywhere in the world. It was necessary for the government to provide financial assistance to major financial firms such as Bear Stearns, AIG, Fannie Mae, and Freddie Mac during the financial crisis that occurred in 2008. BlackRock was engaged by the government to conduct an investigation and clean up the mess. Larry Fink, a billionaire who is the leader of BlackRock, is referred to as the guy who always wanted more than he had, according to a former partner of First Boston who has decided to remain anonymous. The entire scenario was shrouded in secrecy, and BlackRock was selected precisely to provide assistance during the financial crisis. There was no other company that was considered for the role. To put it another way, they were one of the most prominent stockholders in each and every bank that they were paid to assist, which meant that they were practically providing money to themselves. As a result of this loophole, Larry Fink became the most powerful individual in the economy that existed after the year 2008. After that, in the midst of the pandemic that occurred in 2020, the United States Federal Reserve started purchasing exchange-traded funds, ETFs, that were invested in corporate debt in order to assist in the recovery of the economy. They moved to BlackRock in order to provide management for this scheme of purchasing corporate bonds. Once more, the same firms in which BlackRock held the largest investments were also the ones that the government recruited BlackRock to save. BlackRock was hired to save these corporations. Following both the year 2008 and the year 2020, BlackRock reinforced their position as the market leader. The asset management company BlackRock is currently the largest in the world. These assets come from a variety of sources, including pension funds, sovereign wealth funds, other central banks, college endowments, and millions of individual investors. In reference to Larry Fink, William Cohen, who had previously worked in the investment banking industry, has been quoted as saying, "He's like the Wizard of Oz, the man behind the curtain." BlackRock was already referred to as the most influential financial institution in the world in the year 2010, and by the year 2014, they had become the largest asset manager in the world, with $4 trillion worth of assets under management. If that wasn't enough, in the year 2020, the Chinese government gave its blessing for them to establish a mutual fund in China, becoming BlackRock the first foreign asset manager to be granted permission to participate in the Chinese market. Moreover, they hold shares in businesses located all throughout Europe, including those in the energy sector, such as oil and gas, transportation, food, and banking sector. His ascent to power and the rise of Larry Fink. After completing his studies in political science at UCLA, Larry entered the world of Wall Street at the age of 23. Because of his education in political science, he was able to become the de facto mediator between Washington and Wall Street. This was a significant accomplishment for him. As someone who is obsessed with keeping control and who is worried about doing so, he possesses an in-depth knowledge of the market as well as a complete understanding of business. Although he was presented with opportunities from a number of the most prestigious investment banks, he ultimately chose to work at First Boston, where he was responsible for bond trading and structuring. After that, Larry became something of a legend on Wall Street by contributing to the development of the debt securitization market. This market was a place where debts such as mortgages, car loans, and credit card loans would be bundled together, cut into parts, and then sold to other investors. Mortgage-backed securities, which were the cause of the financial crisis that occurred in 2008. Nevertheless, prior to this happening, the securitization of debt was regarded as revolutionary, and it completely altered the appearance of the financial industry. You now have the opportunity to participate in a mortgage-backed security that is composed of thousands of loans that are ideally safe. This opportunity is available to large banks, pension funds, and individuals who have an interest in investing in the housing market. Larry Fink was responsible for the creation of one of the primary tools that contributed to the meltdown. Additionally, the United States Treasury engaged him to clean up the tool. In the world of finance, he was known for being a great innovation mastermind. Not only did Larry become wealthy, but he also won a number of prizes, including the title of World's Best CEO. It was at the age of 31 that he became the youngest managing director in the history of First Boston. Due to the fact that he contributed around $1 billion in assets to First Boston's bottom line, many people believed that he would one day head the company, coming to an absolute halt. On the other hand, Larry's circumstances shifted. According to him, his company suffered a loss of around $100 million as a consequence of a missed call on his hand, which led to the cancellation of deals and the elimination of hedges that were intended to compensate for those losses. Within a single night, Larry transformed from being a hero to a dangerous asset. He was shunned, his reputation was brought into disrepute, and he was compelled to leave the company for which he had made around $1 billion. After that, he used this as ammo, and he vowed that he would never again put himself in a situation where he did not comprehend the concept of risk. At the age of 35, he was resolved to start over with his professional life. Larry and Stephen Schwarzman established the Blackstone Group in 1988. They began the business with a line of credit of $5 million before moving on with the business. When they had $20 billion under management in 1993, they were doing exceptionally well. In the midst of a power battle, Larry and Stephen parted ways, and Larry went on to establish BlackRock as a result of this separation. It was sold to the public for $375 million in the year 1999. The merger with Merrill Lynch, which took place in 2004, added $500 billion to BlackRock's assets. As of now, BlackRock alone manages more than $9 trillion from a direct perspective. Superintelligent artificial intelligence. One of the things that truly differentiates BlackRock from its competitors is the software platform that they call Aladdin. This platform is a combination of supercomputers that they employ to assist their customers. By monitoring millions of trades and performing risk analysis on their clients' portfolios around the clock, Aladdin is a network of 5,000 computers that is used to monitor and analyze the portfolios of their clients. In today's world, Aladdin is so pervasive that it serves as the central nervous system for a significant number of the most prominent firms in the investment management sector. In addition, in order for them to be able to provide the service, they need to be provided access to sensitive data from financial organizations including banks, insurance firms, pension funds, and other significant institutions located all over the world. In order to provide its clients with the ability to make the most informed decisions regarding their investments, Aladdin thoroughly examines every conceivable scenario and identifies anything that might go wrong. By means of Aladdin, BlackRock is in charge of managing assets that are worth more than $21 trillion. The agenda that they have will be our agenda. One day, Larry stated in a letter, "Contribute to society or risk losing our support." This statement was made in reference to businesses and their efforts to mitigate the effects of climate change. The most important reason why businesses have been making efforts to promote sustainability is because of this. The agenda and the future of the globe are both significantly impacted by BlackRock's influence. The question that arises as a result of this is, what other objectives do they have? If you are interested in trading stocks like BlackRock, you should think about opening an account with your parents through an investment website such as Webull, Robinhood, or Ameritrade. There are a lot of businesses that are looking for persons with a bachelor's degree in business, economics, finance, or mathematics, or in a profession that is related to these subjects, and they pay them very well. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content.